Hello and welcome to Budget Brass Tacks, a show where we cut through the clutter and tell you what to expect on Budget Day, July 6th. In this episode, we'll take a look at rural India. Some idealize it, others denigrate it. But India's rural landscape has transformed over the years. Economic growth and a spate of ambitious government projects have brought new hope. To learn more on what the budget holds for rural India, we speak to our correspondent, Sangeeta Singh. So Sangeeta, it's thought that the UPA was swept back into power by the people who benefited from its welfare programs. So how have the UPA's priorities toward rural issues been different? And what changes can we expect this term?
Well, UPA since the very beginning has been very focused on its rural development initiative. In 2006, it initiated National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, which guarantees employment to rural households. Then in 2008, it's announced a farm loan waiver which benefited 36 million farmers. For the coming term, President Pratibha Patil has already announced expansion of Bharat Nirman Phase 2. Then it has talked about more housing for rural poor. It has talked about she has talked about a Food Security Act and better monitoring of these programs by the Prime Minister's office.
So what are the big problems of rural India that the government is trying to solve through budgetary support?
The problems for rural areas surround around drinking water, electricity, rural roads, housing, etc. The spending last year has been between 10 to 20% largely. This year again I expect around the same kind of spending. In fact, for agriculture development, the government, the Planning Commission has recommended a much lower allocation, that is around 5%. But for NRGS, it has announced around 33%. So it is recommended, not announced. So some of those programs will get impetus through higher allocation, some may not.
So what are the big initiatives that have helped the UPA gain so much mileage?
Well, NREGS is one, then farm loan waiver and Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. And some of the areas where UPA could not do well is rural roads, electrification, drinking water, as also irrigation. For instance, in irrigation, only 50% of the target set by in Bharat Nirman, a rural initiative program by the UPA government, was met. In drinking water and rural roads, only 1/3 of the program was made. In drinking water, 60% of the program target was met. In rural roads and electrification, only 1/3 of the targets were met. Some of the success stories were rural housing, where 60 million houses were constructed. Rural telephony, where almost 100% of targets set under Bharat Nirman were met. And of course, NREGS, where around 40 million rural households benefited.
So state governments are responsible for implementing many of these schemes. Can you tell us how they've performed?
State governments have not performed that well. The problem is, like in rural roads, they could not come up with enough detailed project reports, which are sort of blueprints for any road project. Then again, there was lack of coordination between implementing agencies. Then funds were not properly utilized and there were lot of leakages. And then Panchayati Raj institutions or the local self-government were not empowered enough to carry on the jobs.
So it seems the rural development initiatives have been a mixed bag for the UPA.
True.
Okay, thanks Sangeeta.
Thanks.
And thanks for watching livemint.com.